Hey, what's going on, chess fanatics? Played 2 games yesterday, wound up winning them both, which is great. Only recorded the first one. Yeah, I think that'll be the strategy now. Try and play more than 1 game a day. Maybe it'll be a little bit better for the rating, maybe not. I guess time will tell. So currently, let's see here, we are rated 1655, and we got an opponent 1642 out of Denmark. Let's continue on with the ready, and see what happens. If we have d5, we'll have c4, kind of the gambit. And if they play anything else, we'll probably actually just look to play the ready proper. And yeah, when we see this strategy, I think we will maybe look to just fianchetto our own bishop, and then we'll have mutual pressure. Okay. So now I have e4, so I'm going to just play it. Okay. And what about this? And, okay, couple ideas here. We could look for a4 to expand. We could just play a3. You know, let's just start with a3 and see what our opponent does. We'll get our rook out. We might push b3 and then bring our bishop over to b2 and then see what happens from there. Okay, nice quick response there to such a move. Okay, now takes, yeah, takes. If we push, we'll displace the knight away from the center, which is great. Now, if it comes over here, we might have a move like b4, just, who knows, potentially driving it further into our position. Okay, so we can get our rook out now, have that protect the pawn on e4. Okay, so he's just giving us the pawn. I guess he wants to, you know what, let's actually capture with the bishop. Now, I think what we might try and do is see if we can just extract our opponent's bishop, which is a key defender. Okay, let's just continue with our plan. Okay, we'll take. And what about either knight in or queen in? So if we go queen in, okay, I'm going to just go queen in and see what our opponent's response is. Okay, so this drops a knight. No, this is not overloaded because we have protection. Yeah, and our opponent resigns. I think they were thinking that they might have been able to just take this knight somehow, but our queen was protecting it. So let's jump into the review. Seems like a bit of a miniature there. Played at 82, opponent played 71.8. And yeah, it looks like we were never really in trouble. We lost our advantage at one point in time, so we'll go take a look at that. Okay, so this was a bad move. There was something better that we could have done. So it just wants us to play e5. Okay, so let's take a quick look at that. So if e5, then they're saying knight to e8. So basically the best move is to just go back. What if takes and takes? Now knight e8 once again. We just have this strong pawn. Oh yeah, of course they can't take because of this. Makes sense. I see. And then we have moves like rook e1 probably coming down the line. Okay. Yeah, that would have been a good move for sure. So that's where we kind of lost our advantage. I mean, still we're a little bit stronger. Now, yeah, this just looked like a straight up mistake. Sometimes it's possible that they might be thinking I can go, you know, king over, bring my rook on the g file, and then attack down this line. But we still have f2 holding down this g3 pawn, for example. This diagonal is protected. We have moves like knight to g1, for example, also protecting this h3 square. So I don't know. I felt like we're pretty comfortable here, and that was just a pawn that we could take. So bishop g5. I thought knight g5 for a second, but I felt like bishop was better because it gets it off a starting square and it puts some pressure, and also would allow me to extract this bishop probably down the line, which sometimes is a good move in the case where you know, where it's really one of their few defenders because the pawn is gone. It's a especially good idea. So I felt like that's a really good trade. Okay, so this was not a good move. It wants a sacrifice. So I'm assuming it's, I mean, it's got to be this, right? Oh no. Okay, what is the sacrifice here that it wants? Oh. It just wants e captures f5. Okay, so bishop captures. Then what? So knight g5, so it does want the knight to come in at that point in time. Interesting. Okay, I guess this is just a mistake. My thoughts were, hey, you know, maybe they look to do something like this, or we could bring the knight in, you know, and have a comfortable position. I'm sure they had some better moves there. It's saying just knight f4. Yeah, okay, so this knight to f4. I see. And then what, it's just even? Wow. That is wild, because assuming we can't take this. Okay, g captures f4. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, this is pretty wild, right? Like, oh, I see. It's just repetition. Wow. Well, luckily, none of that happened. I feel like optically, okay, for sure we lost all of our advantage here. I could definitely do something better. Clearly taking was the move. I don't know. You know, the queen's coming in. It feels like it's going to be scary. And yeah, so it just drops a knight. Yes, it's picking this up with check, but again, I don't think anything that they were hoping for was working, because in this scenario, maybe they were thinking that this was a possibility, but it is not. We're just in an overwhelmingly crushing position if that was the outcome. So our opponent resigned, currently rated 1663, so that's 3 games in a row. Finally making our way back up. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. See you tomorrow.